After searching, I have finally found every single Easter car made for this year. Now, I had a hard time finding these, so last year in Target, I saw the Ramone, this guy here, this one, but I didn't get him. So, this year, I searched Target, I searched Walmart, Fred Meyer, and I couldn't find them. And then, I saw that they were in stock, so I tried to order them. They sold out. So then, later in the evening, I went to Walmart, and they were completely sold out. Gone. So then, Fred Meyer had every single Easter car that they have made. So if you're looking to get these cars, I would go to Fred Meyer, because they actually have them. So, I lucked out, because I got every single one. That was one of the first times that's happened, which was quite exciting. And I would get them soon, because they only seem to stock, like, once a year. So, I'm going to be showing you these, like the boxes. We're going to unbox them and look at the cars. So, firstly, we're going to start out with Lightning. We got Easter Lightning McQueen here, or Flash McQueen. I believe that is French. But, anyways, you can see that the packaging is much different, but of course it should be because it's seasonal. But it is very nice. Like, I really like it. You can actually see the eggs in the back, and when we remove the car, you can see a 95 egg. Actually, you can kind of see it right there, but it will be easier when we take it or open it up. And you can see you got Easter Lightning McQueen here. You got the character, you got the cars, and you got the different shape of the usual box. So it's like the Christmas, it's quite special, like it's the Easter basket. So kind of neat to have if you're a collector, to have these different seasonal items. So I already pre-opened them, but oh, and you can see there's a piece of cardboard, so when I take him out here, it's got a piece that tells like the name and everything. You got the glass and flowers. And if we open up the plastic here, you can see you got the piston cup, lightning bolt, 95, checkered flag, cactus. Looks like potentially a gear that could be, all resembling different things in the movies. So we got the Lightning McQueen here. So if we open him up, and there you go. You got the McQueen. You got Easter McQueen. It looks like he was painting Easter eggs and got it all over him instead. Ramone had some issues. But you can see you got the blue, the pink, the yellow, the red, the blue, the red, and just all over. He got covered in paint, which I think is a very fun lightning. Like, it's very chaotic, I guess it would be. So if I bring it closer to the camera, you can see like the detail. You got the paint covering his 95 mostly, his sponsors. Looks like these potentially could be a symbol, potentially. I can't recognize what it would be, but it looks like there potentially could be symbols or something. I don't know if it is anything or just paint splotches. Again, same thing on this side. Looks like the tires are potentially different. They got a yellow on the inside. I don't think a average McQueen has that. But this is the Cars 1 variant. This Lesties, it's... Actually, I believe, let me go grab my Cars 3 and make sure it is. I got my Cars 3 Lightning. And yeah, so this is a Cars 1 variant. You can see that Lesties is much bigger. So, I mean, this is a very neat car. Look at how happy he is. It's a very neat car. A great seasonal. First time I've seen him in a store that's not online, and they're way cheaper. $6 for this and about 20 online. So if you want to save money, you want to go in a store and find them, if you can. Next guy I bought in is Mater. I just feel like Lightning, Mater, I feel like they should go together. Or be unboxed right after. And also, I grabbed the original Mater so we can compare them. So, if we look at the box here, you got Easter Mater or Martin, which I believe is French too. So if we look at the back here, you got the Mater, just the same thing, just with the different character. Nothing new with the back here, or like the background, just Mater. So if we open him up, he's one of the biggest die casts. You can see that we got the Mater here. So you can see he has all the new Easter eggs, potentially, that could be. I don't quite know what that is. What I think, my prediction is that he tried somehow to paint himself, and it didn't turn out so well. You can see original Mater, Easter Mater. Looks like his facial expression is different, like his teeth, his eyes are lower, and you can see the hood, I believe that's called, or mud flap, potentially, that could be called. I don't quite know. But this part here, you can see is a bit different. A bit of a different facial expression. Same thing over here. Oh, different wheels. I didn't notice that. That's yellow. That's very dark gray, it looks like rusted. And then you can see the blue is brighter on this one. And this one's much darker. So, I mean, with the Mater, there's not a lot of changes. I feel like they could have added ears or something, but, I mean, I kind of didn't expect a ton from Mater, but I feel like a very neat variant. Like, they could have made him a different color, like a lot of them. Could have added the bunny ears or something more than just the paint here in the wheels. So, and it's, actually, it's just one wheel that's changed, which is kind of interesting, if you look. So, I mean, he's a good die cast. I would just pick him up if you find him, because it's always neat to have the seasonal, because they only have the Christmas and Easter. So, there you go. That's Mater. So far we've opened Lightning and Mater, and now it's time to move on to the next one. Now, I feel like Ramone is probably one of the best picks for the characters to have a variant, because I feel like this would be his holiday, with all his different colors and everything and variants, that they could definitely do a lot with him. And he got a brand new paint color, and it is a bright yellow. You can see it is a very fancy yellow with like the pink stripe here and the white. That looks very neat. I mean, this is very neat. The Ramones are usually very bright colored with all his different variants. So, I mean, it's pretty neat to see one for Easter, because I can imagine, again, this would be something he would do in the movie, is he would change his paint coat for each season or holiday. But you can see you got the pink right here, you got the yellow, you got the pink and the white up here, same design, just different color and smaller. Looks pretty neat. His tires are neat. I mean, he's definitely very low to the ground. That's for sure. Then you got his expression. Yeah, he looks very nice. So, that's the Ramone. Very neat car, and it's definitely very colorful. If I grab the Mater here, you can definitely, he is much more colorful, but even in the movies, Ramone is usually one of the most colorful characters. So, like we did Lightning Mater, we're going to do Ramone and Flo. Now, Easter Flo, we're going to open up here. Making sure to open it slowly so the car doesn't fall out. We got Flo. Now, the blue or teal, I guess the color would be, looks darker than the original. And then you got the pink here, kind of like the Ramone. Or if I show you the Ramone, you can see like the pink is darker on the Ramone. But I mean, the fur looks very nice. She's looking to the right for her expression. Looks happy, but I mean, all the Easter cars look happy. If I bring the car close, you got white wall tires. Now, the blue is very nice. It's very shiny. I mean, that's what I really like about these newer cars, is when you open them, how shiny and new they are. I very much enjoy that. And you can see you got the pink in the back here, and the color, I believe, is a bit different than the original. Like I said before, it's darker. But, I mean, the Flo and Ramone are pretty neat, and it's been a bit since I've seen them in a different, since they won in the Fire and Rescue. I mean, it makes sense that they're in the Easter. And I believe the Easter came out in 2023, or something like that. I saw it in 2024, or 2025, actually. I saw just the Ramone, but since then I haven't seen them, so I can't confirm when they came out, but I would just, if you find them, I would get them, because I don't know how much longer they're going to be around, and they're hard to find. And these guys were very hard to find. And now we got probably one of the best and an original car is the Easter Buggy, which I think is a pretty great name. Now this is one of the biggest in the group. Well, if we open him up, you can see that he's a buggy that's supposed to be a bunny. Now you can see you got the ears like the McQueen. You got the spoiler back here. Reminds me of the ones off the shorts for cars. Like the Radiator Springs 500, I believe it's called. But you can see this is a very neat car. Custom just for the series. And if I show you a closer look here. Hoplite. It's supposed to be, let's see, Lightyear for the McQueen. And that's Hoplite, so that's pretty great. Let's see the face. Which looks pretty neat. The license plate looks like it's from California, potentially. So this is definitely one of the best in the series, if not, just because it's a custom car. I mean, you're not going to get this anywhere else but this series. So that is a very great car. I'm quite impressed with it. It reminds me of a lot of, like, the Fire and Rescue. You got that fire truck that comes with the sheriff. I mean, each series has a custom car. And this Easter one is pretty great. Like, look, it's almost as big as Mater. So, it is very neat. And then, finally, for the Easter collection, is we got Lightning McQueen as an Easter Buggy. Now, this is unopened. So, I got two. So, I got this one, and I got the unopened one. So, I'm going to show you this one here. But, it is the Lightning McQueen with the Easter ears, or bunny ears. You can see you got the Lesties, McQueen, I got the piston cup there, all his little details. But you can see his facial expression compared to, like, the original McQueen. Alright, Cars 3 original. But here is another one from the Easter series. You can see, I mean, he looks pretty great. Let me compare it to this one. Looks like the eyes are roughly in the same place. But, I mean, this is a pretty great McQueen, just because it has the bunny ears, which I think is very great. It's probably one of my favorite Lightning variants, or seasonal. But, I mean, look at him. He looks pretty great. So, that is it for the Easter series. And here's just a box art. Again, it's exactly the same as any of the other ones, just with a different name and character in the back. And here are the 6 cars for the Easter set. You got Flo, Ramone, Lightning McQueen as an Easter Buggy, the Easter Buggy, and the Easter McQueen and Easter Mater. You got all of them, and you can see they're all very colorful. I very much like that, is how bright and colorful they are. I feel like that's one of the most popular thing about the cars, is how colorful they are, and all the different variants. I mean, that's quite fun to have, so I would definitely get these, and if you order from the internet, they're going to be more expensive, depending where you find them, and in store, they're almost always cheaper, I have found. So, if you want to find these, Walmart sold out instantly, so if you are lucky, you might actually find a couple. Target, maybe, and Fred Meyer's, potentially. I mean, that's where I found all of these, so that's where I would check if you were going to get these. And also, just maybe kind of obvious, but you want to look in the Easter section for these, not in the average car like every day, because that's where these will be. So, anyways, if I pick up the camera, I can give you a close look of all of them. You can see they look very neat. All the different colors. So, yeah, that is the 2026 Easter hunt for these cars, and I am quite happy I could get them before the actual holiday, because, I mean, they're great to have on display and to have with your collection, potentially make a stop motion with them. But anyways, thank you for watching today's unboxing and review video, and I will see you in the next one. In the comments, tell me if you have found these, or I found any of these cars. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!